What's up, guys? Cipher Pol 808 back again, and it feels like it's been forever. The month is finally over. The wait is done. It's time for a brand new chapter, chapter 1054. I don't know about you guys, but I am super hyped, especially, everything that's been going on with the film, with Oda's message, and just, the hype leading up to this chapter where we left off, with the reveal of Green Bull and kind of how, his fruit was looking like it was working. And just everything kind of going on with the new Yonko name. So I'm excited to see where this chapter goes. I've been able to avoid spoilers, so let's jump right into it. All right, chapter 1054. We got a color cover page. Then moving on down. All right, we got the four emperors. We got Buggy the clown. All right, we got Shanks. We got Blackbeard. And then we got my man Monkey D. Luffy in his god mode right there. But let's go. All right, what are we starting off? All right, so we're going right back into the flower capital, and it says, conflict stirs and the festivities, ... All right, so it says, Denjiro, you too? We can't trouble Luffy and the others with this. Follow us, cat. All right, so looks like they're heading off somewhere to go deal with something. Maybe they already got word that, something was happening at Udon or that Green Bull showed up. And then it says, the ability to sway others. That really is something. All right, we see this looks like Green Bull's pants. Yep. All right. You don't see very often, huh? And then it says, right above that it says chapter 1054, Flame Emperor. All right, that reminds me of Ace's attack. So does that mean we're going to get something about Sabo? Is Sabo going to show up? Are we finally going to get the truth about what happened to him? All right, man, I can't wait. Let's see. All right. Oh, damn, they're scoring off already. All right, we got Green Bull, and it looks like we got Raizo, we got Denjiro, we got Neko and Inu, we got Kawamatsu over there. Oh man, how are they gonna be? Are they gonna be able to take them? I really don't think they're gonna have, the strength to take on an admiral. But let's see what they got. All right, and it says, all right, Raizo's looking. He's like a marine, one of Luffy's enemies from overseas. And it says, all right, what does Green Bull have to say? And it looks like, the plant looks like it's kind of coming off of him. It says, do any of you have the first clue about the ways of the outside world? The celestial dragons are gods. A country like this, one with no ties to the world government. All right, so looks like Green Bull's been drinking the Kool-Aid a little too much right there. He's like, they're gods. Has no standing. All right, I'm already, guys. I'm already looking like I'm not gonna like Green Bull. Looking like he's just a lapdog of the world government and of the Tenryubito, the celestial dragons. So I'm not really feeling him. And he says, don't be mad. It's how the world works. And we see Inu, he's like slicing at the plant that's coming at him right there. And what do we got right here? It says, flexing forest muscle. And you just see all these like fists of trees coming shooting up right there. And it says, the forest fruit made me a forest man. All right. My Logia power is nature incarnate. So we got, of course, Admiral had to be a Logia. And, a Logia plant fruit. So it's a little strange, not quite elemental in the way that we kind of normally think about it, with the fire, with smoke. But I guess it's kind of similar to water, or not water, but the ice with Aokiji, how it's, it's an elemental, but it's still kind of tangible as far as it being solid, but then it just kind of reforms. So I guess it's going to be kind of similar with, the plants maybe. All right, but that's pretty hype. All right, at least we didn't have to wait very long. We saw it a month ago, but, we saw it last chapter. We saw Green Bull obviously using his fruit, and we kind of speculated what it would be. And then of course this chapter, nice, we get it right away. But it says, it's time you learn a hard truth. Humanity only got this far by enforcing hierarchies. We've got to put non-affiliated nations like yours in their place. That order is what keeps life going. All right, so, despite what Akainu told him, kind of back off. We can't, enter into it. That's what the Gorosei was saying. They can't enter into Wano. Green Bull's like, charging headstrong right into it alone to kind of force Wano to commit and convert and become, a part of the world government. It looks like prejudice breeds stability. All right, yeah, he is just kind of an arrogant bastard. And then we see, all right, and he just looks like, this huge forest guy, and you see Inu and Raizo, just kind of getting smacked right there. It looks like Denjiro was able to kind of slash it off right there. And it says, no laws would be broken if all died here. You can go ahead and try to stop me. I'll butcher thousands of your people. All right. I'm guessing Luffy or Zoro, Sanji, any one of them is going to, sense this battle going on is gonna show up. That's what I'm hoping. And then, all right, looks like we got Yamato's comes flying in right there. Every word you just said, and she just smacks the crap out of him. And she's like, makes me sick. You know, essentially, he kind of has the exact same view as Kaido and Orochi and those kind of people, even though his happens to be for the world government. You know, that same kind of oppressive mindset is the exact thing that, you know, Yamato slash, you know, Odin wanted to get rid of and to free the people of Wano. And yeah, so to see this dude that she's never met come in here right after they just freed Wano, and come spouting off like, oh, you need to become a part of the world government. We can't have you running wild. Like, of course, Yamato's not going to let that fly. And he says, man, that hurt. That's some hockey you got, right? So he's like, damn, that hockey you got, that's pretty strong. All right, when it says, these people went through 20 years of tyranny. All right, so just kind of exactly what I was talking about. Yamato's like, yo, 20 years of tyranny. We just got through it. Now they're finally able to celebrate their liberty. He's like, nope, hell no, I'm not letting you spoil that. And she's like, all right, who are you supposed to be? And it looks like someone's trying to fill her, and they're like, Yamato Dono. And they're like, I'm Yamato, Kaido's son. All right, so is this going to pique Green Bull's interest for any particular reason? You know, taking Kaido's son hostage? And then he's just like, wait, what? Kaido? And he's like, well said, Yamato. And we have no... Oh, here comes Momo in dragon form. Hell yeah, let's go. We have no intention. Momo, hell yeah, that's perfect for you. The, you know, his Boro breath right there. Burn up Green Bull's thing. Poof. That's all you see is poof. Like no fire, nothing. Just this little cloud comes out of Momo's mouth right there. All right. I don't know. Is that supposed to be like a spoof? Like he couldn't blow it, but then we go down to the next panel and it sees like, you know, people are still partying in the Capitol right there. And then he's kind of like, it goes back to Green Bull in his face and he's just kind of like, huh? And they're like, Momonosuke, Momonosuke. And they're screaming at him. He's like, no matter. So he starts running. Okay, so it really did look like he tried to, you know, use like Kaido's Boro breath. But when he did it, just like a little puff of smoke came out of it. He's like, all right, no matter. I'm going to charge headlong into him. All right, so you got to love his tenacity. I will drive you from the Capitol. Be gone. So he kind of goes for the same attack that he used against Kaido when Luffy made him bite Kaido, you know, to establish that he wasn't, you know, completely terrified that he wasn't able to do anything. Even though he wasn't able to beat him, he was still able to do something. All right, what do we got right here? It says, no one will ever bring dread and terror to our people again. I vowed that I'd not allow it. All right, so Momo, he's like, I gotta step it up. I told these people, like, I will not let this happen to you again. 20 years you went through tyranny. I will not be the man to let it happen again. And they're like, wait, a pink dragon? How odd. All right, so is this gonna tie back, you know, how they were wondering about what happened to that devil fruit that Vegapunk made? So is he gonna kind of put, you know, 1 and 2 together and be like, he ate the devil fruit that Vegapunk was hiding on Punk Hazard? This is the very first I've heard of this ability. All right, so Green Bull, you know, he's a little taken aback by some intel that he was not, you know, made aware of. He had no idea that they had a pink dragon, you know, that wasn't Kaido, you know, essentially a dragon that wasn't Kaido. But then he's like, you're in my way, and he just kind of, you know, uses his vines or whatever roots and just kind of just grabs and locks up Momo, like all the way across his long dragon body right there. He's just all tied up. And you see Dendro and Yamato and everyone, they're kind of just looking on like, screaming at, they're like, Momonosuke! And he's like, Yamato, stay out of this. All right, so this is Momonosuke. He's screaming at Yamato to stay out of this. So what is Momo planning on doing? Or what's he got up his sleeve that he thinks he can ask Yamato in this, you know, dire position that he's in to, you know, stay out of this? What do you guys think? All right. What the... Is that the Red Force? No. The seas around Wano. It's surreal. But he's really considered one now. Let's go, boss. Luffy's become a great pirate. All right, we got Shanks right there. Oh my god, we got the red hair pirates rolling up. All right. This takes me back. Last time I was here, we were all giving Odin-san a send-off. And we see Shanks kind of looking on in the distance, and you see, those big cliffs that, you pass when you're going towards the waterfall to go up to Wano. Says Momo and Hiyori must be all grown up by now. So he's reminiscing. Oh man, Shanks, like, this is the setup for the movie, I'm guess, coming up. All right, and we got all the Shanks crew right there, and it's like, boss, let's go see Luffy already. We got Lucky Roo right there. He really is something now. And we got Yasop. All right, so is Yasop gonna be like, oh, am I gonna see my kid? Yeah, he's like, hang on, whoa, I'm not ready to meet my son right now. Hold on, not ready to meet Usopp. He's like, kid's here too, right? It hasn't been that long since that brat tried to pick a fight with us. Oh, okay, so, they got a little resentment against Kid for trying to... That was Kid's initial target was to go after Shanks, unlike Luffy and Law, who decided to go towards the Kaido route. But, oh, man. And then we see Shanks looking down at the paper right there, and he's got a little grin on his face. He's like, look at this. And you see Luffy, with his new wanted poster right there. That 3 billion berry bounty. And he's in his god mode right there, his Nika mode. And then what do we got? And they're like, okay, someone's looking. They're like, it's Red Hair ship. Seems like they've got CP9 agents on board. What a pain. And it looks like, okay, that looks like Beckman right there. And then he's like, who cares? Let's go. All right, is this like a flashback? Because it kind of looks like, that flashback style where it's kind of grayed out right there. And it almost looks like Shanks is wearing the straw hat right there. All right. Oh, is this when he was attacking the world government to steal the fruit? Oh, okay, maybe this is the flashback right there. What are they after? It's not like we've got any proper treasure. Only some minor devil fruit. All right, so I think that's Who's Who right there. And he just thinks he's got some minor devil fruit, so he clearly has, no idea. I guess, it makes sense that probably nobody outside the Goro, say those 5 people, not even like Kong or Sengoku, nobody knows about the truth about Luffy's devil fruit, about the Gomu Gomu no Mi being a zone type fruit. And he's like, what's the big deal? Isn't it just the one that makes you rubbery? Okay, yep, this is the flashback of Shanks stealing it. Oh man, let's go. All right, and then we see the Red Force pulling up to Fuchsia Village right there, and we see Luffy. And then we got Shanks and Luffy, kind of hanging out. We got the sun in the background right there. Oh man. And then, okay, we're going back to the, what is that, like the Lord of the Sea or whatever, the big serpent that killed Higuma, the bandit, and then bit off Shanks' arm right there. And Shanks, he's just got this grin on his face, like, oh, man. And then he's just, holding his arm right there after he gets bitten off. He's like, I guess the top officers have a pass with him. They really know the Straw Hat Luffy. They say he's like a rampaging demon monkey. He's totally out of hand. All right, so I guess they got some new members to the Red Hair Pirates, maybe? All right, what do we got? He's like, I'm not planning to have a reunion with Luffy here. Okay, whoa. So they're at Wano, but he's not planning to have a reunion with Luffy. Is he there to take care of Green Bull? Maybe, possibly? Well, I don't know. What are you guys thinking? All right, don't you remember what's going on in our own backyard? Oh yeah, that Bart guy claimed he was under Luffy. All right, so Bartolomeo, when he showed up and he burnt down Shanks's Jolly Roger so he could put up Luffy's Jolly Roger, he put this mark up after burning down our flag. We'd be failing our duties if we just let that slide. He's like, well, I guess. And Shanks is looking down right there, and we got Beckman looking on. All right, what's going on? Why doesn't Shanks want to meet Luffy? Like... All right, and we see, all right, so they're pouring a cup of sake out right now. Shanks sits down. He's having a seat, sitting across from Beckman, and he's picking it up. Okay, what do we got? All right, we just see, looks like Shanks about to say something. He's like, hey, Beck, isn't it about time to go and claim it? What are they about to go and... Are they talking about the road poneglyph? Does Shanks really want to be the... No. And we just see Beckman's eyes. He kind of just glaring down. Oh! Oh, damn, okay. Shanks is claiming we're time to go claim the One Piece. All right, this man just straight up said it. So he is a foe to Luffy. I mean, I guess it makes sense in a way. He always was gonna be because he is a Yonko. But I always kind of assumed that he was more like Whitebeard, kind of just a the gate protector. The guy standing in the way. To test, to be the proving ground to see if you're worthy to pursue the One Piece, kind of like how Whitebeard was, but he just straight up said like it's time to get the One Piece, which means he needs the poneglyph that's there, the road poneglyph, I'm guessing. And okay, hold on. Now we're going back to Navy headquarters in the New World right here. He's like, we can't let the Revolutionary Army go unchecked any longer, Akainu. I know that, but we don't have any Marines to deploy. The one they're calling Flame Emperor Sabo, he's become a champion for much of the world. Of all the participants in the reverie, the one that was killed was a descendant of one of the founding 20 from 800 years ago. Are they trying to blame Sabo for Cobra's death? Of all the participants in the reverie, the one that was killed was a descendant of one of the founding 20 from 800 years ago, Cobra, Nefertari Cobra. All right, and we see Akainu, and it looks like Smoker. Yes, oh my god, they're blaming Sabo for assassinating Cobra. Those bastards, like, manipulating the truth. I'm sure this is of great significance for the Revolutionary Army. Revolutionary Army Chief of Staff kills the King of Alabasta. Sabo assassinates King Cobra, like just front page, so we now know why Luffy was tripping out. It wasn't because Sabo's dead, it's because it's saying Sabo killed King Cobra, who is a friend of Luffy. Like, what the hell is going on? All right, a few hours before that, they attack the homes of the Celestial Dragons in the Holy Land. All right, so it looks like they're rampaging. We see a big explosion in the background right there, destroying a monument of the Divine Dragon Claw and the symbol of the World Nobles. It was a blatant declaration of war. All right, so must have been when they were clashing to try and get Kuma back, I'm guessing. Yep, and we got Isho, and we got Green Bull right there. It says Admirals Ryokugyu and Fujitora took charges of the Navy's defenses. But in the end, they succeeded in freeing their former comrade, Bartholomew Kuma. Yeah, baby, Kuma's free from the Celestial Dragon's slavery and managed to escape. All right, they freed him, but he's still essentially, just a pacifista because his memory was wiped. Unless you guys think that, they know of some way to, Dragon knows of some way to switch him back or has a way to contact Vegapunk. And, if Vegapunk really is working with the Revolutionary Army, like all those, theories have talked about. Oh, man, I don't know where this is going. All right. It says, I'm sure the admirals were restricted because they were fighting in the Holy Land, but don't make excuses for them. Not only was King Cobra assassinated, but around the same time, Princess Vivi somehow went missing. All right. Did the revolutionaries sneak her away? Did she, I don't even know. Did Imu-sama, did he kidnap her for a specific reason? Does he need her? Does he need the Cobra bloodline? Or the Nefertari bloodline? Man. All right, we are still investigating. It says Navy Criminal Affairs Unit Chief Kuroma Black Horse. All right. How these cases are connected. And we see Akainu, he's kind of walking off. He's smoking. He's like, I bet Alabasta's in chaos. Their ship hasn't even left the red port. It's hard for anyone to come and given the circumstances. All right. So, Vivi's missing. Cobra's dead. They can't leave, whoever else was with them. I can't remember who exactly was with the Alabasta delegation. And then, all right, we got Kizaru right there, and it says, does that mean we can close the case on the attempted murder of St. Charlos? And they're like, St. Mosgard excused the criminals. In the Holy Land, the God's Knights have jurisdiction to mediate disputes. It's a complicated situation, to say the least. Leave them to it. All right, so that whole kind of thing when whatchamacall, Charlos was trying to have the giant grab Shirahoshi, and then Mosgard just showed up and just bam, smacked the crap out of him. So what it says, it seems like the most of these incidents are linked to Sabo. His flames of rebellion are spreading all over the globe. All 8 of those rebelling kingdoms were inspired to stage their revolutionary coups while their kings were still returning home. All right. And we see Sabo, Sabo. All right, it's almost as if they're worshiping him like a god. Flame Emperor Sabo. All right, so he inherited Ace's will. I knew Sabo wasn't dead. Hell yeah. All right, with the growth of his legend, you could say his influence is greater than of the rebellious dragon himself. Ooh, that's a pretty bold statement right there. All right, on top of that, his little brother, Straw Hat Luffy, was just dubbed an Emperor of the Sea. Yes! All right, this family is just kicking ass right now. I wonder, like, dude, they must hate Garp right now. Like, Garp, your grandson is a Yonko. Didn't you have something to do with that Sabo kid, too? And it says the Flame Emperor's influence can even be felt in the pirate world. His younger brother just upended the status quo. Right now, the times are being forced to change. All right, and it says, this is Akainu. He's looking off into the sea. I reached the rank of Fleet Admiral during one hell of an era. I don't care where they try to hit us. We'll strike back and return fire on all fronts. Oh my God, hell yeah. And it says, cover and color spread next week. Back-to-back issues. All right, no break next week. We're just going straight back into this hype. I mean, okay, there is so much to pick apart in this. Is, Real Kyugi right now, he's trying to just straight up, just by himself, assimilate Wano into the world government. Then we have, Sabo is not dead, but he's being accused of killing Cobra, but he's become this like flame emperor. So I get, this is why Luffy was tripping out when he saw the newspaper. And hold on, guys. But you know what I mean? Like, all that. Then we have, everything going on with Vivi being, missing, with Cobra being killed, like what's happening to Alabasta, the poneglyph that's hidden there. I don't know if you guys remember, there was like a cover story way back with Gidatsu. I can't remember if that was like implied that was supposed to be a Pluton or not Pluton, but with was the last chapter, the chapter before, finding out that there is an actual Pluton, a ship in Wano somewhere. I don't know where it is, but it's in Wano. Like, the world government cannot get their hands on Wano. Like, Green Bull cannot be allowed to defeat them and take over Wano and assimilate it to the world government, because then they would have an ancient weapon. They would have, access to all the Kairoseki. They already know where the other ancient weapon is, more than likely. They know about Shirahoshi. At least Imu does. And I'm sure the Gorosei do as well. But, like, man, it's just... Are we going to get a team up of Luffy and Sabo sometime soon? I was thinking that, maybe Sabo had been captured in his fight against them, and it was going to be kind of executed to bring Luffy. But I guess we couldn't do that twice. But, they were able to rescue Kuma. We're going to be able to reset Kuma. And then we see Shanks, like, for the first time in the most amount of time, and he's like, nah, I'm not about to go see Luffy right now. Even though he's at Wano, and he's like, I'm about to go claim the One Piece, which means he's got to be going for that road poneglyph that we still haven't seen or know exactly where it is. Like, does he already have a copy of the other one? Or, there's just so many questions going on in my head right now. Like, I have no idea. But this was, for a month wait, 10 out of 10 chapter, 20 out of 10, 2 thumbs way up. Let me know what you guys thought. If you guys have any kind of crazy theories you guys are thinking about, let me know down in the comment section. But yeah, man, definitely going to have to digest this a little bit and come out with a review for this. But thank you for stopping by, and have a wonderful day.